How was your vacation?
Hi, Martinez.
Hi, Martinez.
I was at
We got a Rev. We got to get a Martinez in here so that Joe, when he says hi, Martinez
doing?
every day, is talking
How
to
you
somebody.
doing, Alfred Cruz? I was happy. God bless you.
Hi, Pigeon.
I was Canada, Alfred.
The pigeon is spinning
It's
around on the
getting
wheel.
Cooler.
The pigeon is spinning around on the wheel of Joe.
Well, I took a haircut yesterday.
Everybody
Yeah.
complimenting your haircut, Joe.
Yeah, the Chinese guys don't speak English, so I taught her
Take it off.
in hand language, like this.
If you do the hand language like this, it's not a good idea, Joe. Not down in China.
She knew, told her like this, zero.
I did this, but that was in college. And it was, didn't go well.
She did it.
Well, you look handsome, Joe. Where's your new sunglasses?
I got it.
Everybody say you look like Marlon Brando.
How you doing, my friends?
How you doing?
Thank you
Mr.
for
my
telling
friend?
me, Marlon Brando. Here's Marlon Brando.
There's the Marlon Brando. This is the paper. Joe, it's nice out. It's nice out, Joe. It's really nice out. What's the temperature?
69 degrees.
69 degrees.
Very lovely day.
Lovely. It's a lovely day. A lovely day. It's a lovely day. It's a song, Joe. It's a song.
It
It
was
is
my birthday, my friend's birthday yesterday. Yeah.
David Young. You remember David Young's birthday yesterday.
How was it? They
Guessing
celebrated.
David's about 60 because he's my age. He's got to be right in there somewhere. And Tony and Fred and Dan. White Cliff Court. Joe, everybody's leaving New York. It says exit stage left. Hey, I don't know one person that's left, Joe. Every day in the paper, it's a mass exodus. New Yorkers look to flee over crime, cost, progressive policies. This is Rupert Murdoch telling you this, trying to convince you this. I don't know that they're leaving. I don't know one person that's left. You know anybody that's left New York?
I see a lot of immigrants coming in.
See a lot of immigrants coming in. You see anybody leaving? Let's see. Faster games. Joe, everything's about money. Everything's about money. Am I wrong? Baseball is now saying they used to stop selling beer in the 7th inning. They used to say 7th inning, no more beer. You do the 7th inning stretch, you chill, no more beer. I guess they don't want them too. Hey girl, holy crap! I guess they don't want them too drunk, so they cut them off, Joe. Cut them off, Joe, on the 7th inning, and now they're saying they're going to go to the 8th inning because the games are much faster now and they're not selling enough beer. Get your late inning beer here. Major League Baseball's new pitch clock has sped up the action on the field this season, but it's also left fans with a shorter window to get buzzed at the game. I don't know what this is. I don't care.
You sell hot dogs in the window?
They sell hot dogs too.
$7, $8 a piece.
Well, they had a thing in the other day in Philadelphia where they sold the hot dogs for $1, Joe. The lines were 4 hours long because everybody wanted a $1 hot dog. The problem was Philadelphia lost, so everybody threw the hot dogs at each other. They had a food fight with 58,000. They sold 58,000 hot dogs. 10,000 more people have gone to Florida in 2023 alone. Another disillusioned batch of more than 10,000 New Yorkers relinquished their driver's license for Florida. Have fun. Florida is a sunshine state, I think.
You need a car in Florida. You can't go and live in Florida.
They're still going on and on and on about Bud Light. Bud Light, Bud Light, Bud Light. Every story's about Bud Light because they have a transgender lady on the cover of their beer, and trans bra blowback. Bud Thud, beer stock has fallen flat by 5 billion.
Try Levenbrow beer, the best in the world.
Levenbrow? What the hell is that? You talking about Lowenbrow?
Levenbrow.
It's a German beer, I think,
The
Joe.
best in the world.
The best in the world.
I used to
It's
drink.
not Dos Equis?
Yeah, I used to drink right in the brewery over there.
You drink beer, Joe?
They have a beer garden under that factory, the brewery.
You learn something new
And
every day.
you could have the freshest beer in your lifetime. Yeah.
Well, beer colossus Anheuser-Busch saw its value plummet more than $5 billion since the company announced its branding partnership with controversial transgender. Does anybody believe that? You believe they lost $5 billion in 1 week? If some moron is sitting around in a bar somewhere and goes, "I'm not drinking that anymore, it's got a trend," then they're the morons. Let's see, we're just going to keep it going, Joe. We're going to have a very short newscast today because I'm just not doing murders and stuff. I'll do a couple, but Juul is spelled Juul. Juul is one of those vape. You know what the kids out here smoke, Joe? The little plastic thing, and it's vape. Juul has agreed to pay $462 million to several states, including New York and California, after being sued for causing vape epidemic among kids. Kids aren't smoking cigarettes nowadays, Joe. They're smoking vapes. They get the little thing. I had workers smoke at work because you can't smell the vape. It just disappears into the air. You smoke at work, you're fired. I don't care if you're smoking a hookah, a vape, a bong.
You don't want to spend any money. Just take a dry tree leaves, ground them, and roll them.
Just smoke tree leaves. Just smoke it for free, according to Joe. Why not smoke cat shit, Joe? It's free also. Smoke cat shit. This is Tim Scott. Tim Scott, I don't agree with almost anything he says, but he's going to run for president. He'll probably get about 11 votes. Why do you do that?
Where is he?
He's running for president.
This guy?
Yep.
Nobody knows. I think I run with him as the vice president. Is that good?
No. What is your first policy you'll take care of, Joe? I already know.
I take off all the weapons
All the guns are bye-bye.
from the civilians.
You vote for Joe, every gun is gone.
That's the first thing I do. Investigate all the weapons.
Well, maybe you will win. Not in Texas. You won't win in Texas and Florida, but you might win in Pennsylvania
Or Kentucky.
and Kentucky.
Fried chicken.
Get some fried chicken and no guns. That's a nice little combination. The father of Minnesota mother Madeline Kingsbury children broke his silence Wednesday for the first time since she went missing last month. Joe, the woman went missing. Did her husband do it? Yes or no, Joe?
About 99%.
Usually. My family and I have been subject to a myriad of accusations regarding the disappearance of the mother of my children. I did not have anything to do with it. Take a lie detector, bro. You like golf? She's sitting in a thing full of balls. Now, I sat in a thing full of balls, but that was last week in the Poconos. Joe, I heard you was poking holes in the Poconos.
Yes, I was.
Yep.
And
That's a Boogie Bob exclusive, folks.
And I trained the new soccer team. They're gonna play in World
Joe
War.
trained a soccer team of 4-year-olds.
4-year-old?
Yeah, you like to train the young kids, the soccer.
No, they were around 7.
7. All right. This is a border crossing
1 million?
No, this is an Islamic border, Joe. This is an Islamic border.
Where is that?
This is an Al Qaeda killer says they have a plot to get. They're sending in all kinds of people, and then they try to smuggle a couple terrorists in there.
They are all now in Turkey, so they're gonna push them all to Europe.
Hey Joe, the Ninja Killer. I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to assume he dressed up in black and he carried a sword. The Ninja Killer, who murdered a couple more than 3 decades ago, was executed Wednesday in Florida.
Is that?
Bye-bye, douche. Louis Bernard Gaskin, 56, known as the Ninja Killer because he wore all black when he shot and killed. Ninjas don't shoot nobody, they stab them. He killed Robert Schmerfels, 56, and Georgette Schmerfels, 55, on December 20th, 1989. He's been living, they gave him 30 years. They don't do that in Iran or Russia, Joe. You found guilty of murder.
They give you a week.
They take you out
vacation.
back and shoot you. You get a 1-week vacation and then they shoot you. Here, you eat for 35 years
and you drain the city budget.
Yep, he was pronounced dead via lethal injection. Governor Ron DeSantis' office confirmed Gaskin, who had his last meal of barbecue pork ribs.
He wants the pork ribs?
Yep, he had pork ribs, he had pork and turkey neck, buffalo wings, shrimp, fried rice, French fries. Man, he ate like a king. Hey, girl. How you doing? Oh, you're going to hurt somebody.
What's the reason they give them the last
That's just
meal?
the thing. You can have your last meal, you pick what you want. I remember one guy picked a buffet and he decided he was going to eat there for like 14 hours.
What is that in the Constitution?
I don't know. I don't know. You get your last meal.
I will never be able to eat it. My last meal.
Joe, the two young black men who were kicked off the council in Tennessee have now both been reinstated after tens of thousands of people showed up and showed out. Good for them. Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are the pride and joy of Irish eyes are shining during their trip.
Did he meet your grandfather over there?
My grandpa's been dead for 80 years, Joe. Why do you keep bringing up my dead grandpa?
Well, you told me he's in Ireland.
He was. Actually, my mother's father, my grandfather, died before I was born. He was a very, very, very wealthy man, Joe.
Really?
Yeah, my mom's dad was a very wealthy man. And then my mom's mom died like when my mom was just 9 months old or something. So he remarried. And when he remarried, the stepmom got everything. So old Boogie Bob, I ain't get nothing. My mom's dad remarried and gave it all to the stepmom. These kids, Joe, they knocked down, they pulled this whole window out with a hammer. They smashed it, and they got a couple $100,000, $240,000 worth of handbags. These are Hermes handbags, Joe. Video captures the moments burglar used a hammer to smash the display window at a Midtown auction house. Stole $240,000 worth of handbags, Hermes bag. That's only like 5 bags. A Hermes bags go for $40,000, $50,000. What are you gonna sell it to, bro? You gonna sell it to your friend Sheila for $30?
They don't know what it's worth anyhow. They will sell it for $5 or $10.
No, they know what they were doing. They went into a Heritage Auctions on Park Avenue. Joe, we got an arrest in a hit and run. This was a Boogie Bob exclusive. We hate hit and runners on this show, Joe. You hit someone, pull over, face the consequences, try to help them. If you hit someone and you run, then you might as well be murdering them.
Yeah, it's it.
An 18-year-old SUV driver, unlicensed, has been charged with fleeing the scene of a collision that left a teen cyclist dead. I brought you this story yesterday. We prayed that he'd get him, and they got him. Authorities took Yasser Ibrahim into custody. He's definitely looking at some time here, Joe. He killed a 16-year-old boy. Abraham of Levinson, Long Island, was charged with leaving the scene of an accident resulting in the death, driving without a license, and a windshield tint.
Oh, that's
They
another,
gotta get him for everything.
that's another crime. Drive without a license.
The guy who shot the guy at the pot store, you've seen it, I'm not gonna. He was out. The judge had let him out for some other crimes. He had shot a cop.
Thank you.
I didn't say anything, Joe.
I
Supposed to
said
wait.
thank you, God.
Joe sneezes, he says, thank you, God. I should thank you, God.
For let me please again.
Amen. Very good. Very good. Well, bless you, Joe. Why don't you thank me when I bless you, Joe?
I said thank you.
No, you said amen. Joe, we got a kidnap hoax. Won't these morons ever learn that the kidnap hoax never works? An Arizona mom claims scammer used AI to clone her daughter's voice so they could demand $1 million ransom from her as part of the terrifying new voice scheme. This thing has been going on everywhere, Joe.
They're not
You're
gonna go
sitting at
too
home,
far.
you get a call from your son. Your son says, Mom, it's me, Bob. I've been kidnapped. You gotta send money to so-and-so. But it's not even their voice. They're using an AI filter. You have to have a code word. You gotta have a code word. If they don't know the code word, you ain't getting them back. I never doubted for a second that it was my daughter, distraught mother Jennifer DeFanso told CBS in Scottsdale. This bombshell comes amid a rise of caller ID spoofing schemes, which scammers claim they've taken the recipient's relative hostage and they will harm them if they don't get paid. The so-called kidnapper initially asked for $1 million. Who got $1 million, Joe?
They're gonna get zero.
If they call me up and say, Bob, I got your lady, first I'm going to say, which one? They're going to say, we want $1 million. I'm saying, I got $648. It's yours. And my watch collection.
They're gonna get the code. They're gonna go for 20, 30 years.
Well, they asked for $1 million and they went all the way down to 50,000. The nightmare finally ended after the terrified parents were able to contact and confirm that their 15-year-old daughter Bree was safe and sound on a ski trip.
Ski?
Yeah, she was skiing and they were calling up saying, we got your daughter. We got your daughter. Horrible. AI, everybody's warning against AI, Joe. It's artificial intelligence. They have stuff now where they take a video of Obama saying, hey, how is the weather in Kentucky? And then they can actually, why are you pecking me? What did I do to make you peck me? What did I do to make you peck me? What did I do? I didn't do nothing. No, he wasn't even pecking me. He could say, hey, how's the weather in Kentucky? And all of a sudden they can actually change his lips and his voice flawlessly to say, hey, there's been a capital attack and the terrorists have, they can change him to say anything they want, Joe. It's horrible. It's frightening. And this is the very beginning of this. So in the next few years, it's going to be through the roof. Joe Biden just started World War III. I told him, I saw him say it. And he never said it because somebody else made him say it through AI. No, it's going to be the worst show. I'm telling you now to tune out, guys. This is going to be shit.
How you doing, Joe Hernandez? How is everything? Top of the morning to you.
This is a pinup girl from the days when Joe was in high school. Look at this, Joe. Is that pretty risque?
What was it?
That's old school. That's old school. Back when I was 12, they didn't have no internet. You had to get out the National Geographics, the Sears catalog. Wrong Way Menace was free to drive, Joe. We talked about this yesterday on a Boogie Bob exclusive about the guy driving the wrong way down the highway. What are you waving at, Joe?
I know him from the
Nobody over there.
club there.
Brooklyn Horror, Winston Radim, still on the road after a 2021 drunk driving wreck. He had been in a drunk driving wreck in 2021, Joe. He's back on the road and now he killed somebody and he's driving the wrong way on the, well, he's dead. And the other person he hit is dead. So it's not like he can go to jail. I promise you he's drunk again.
There is no court.
Oh boy, this poor inmate from Rikers Island. A former Rikers inmate says he was repeatedly forced to have sex with a female correction officer. Poor bastard. Now listen, I'm making light of it, but it just doesn't seem like it happens that often. And most guys won't complain. I think he's going after some money. I mean, listen, sexual assault is sexual assault. Doesn't happen that often, Joe. This guy always goes right near the curb. He's gonna throw it. He's gonna try to throw his stuff in the garbage. He missed. He missed. He can't pick it up, Joe. No way he can pick it up. He's on a stroller. This is the guy we talked about yesterday. Poor thing can barely walk.
Poor guy is frozen.
Yeah, he's got severe hunchback, polio, and other things. God bless his heart. The jail guard made him have sex, Joe. A female. Decades ago, in what appears to be the first lawsuit of its kind under the New York Adult Survivors Act. First one of its kind. The guy is saying this lady sexually assaulted me.
After he had fun with the female,
he had fun. I'm not going to belittle him for the way he feels, but it is unusual that a prisoner, most prisoners are dying to have sex with a correctional officer. Definitely not. What's with this bird here, Joe? What the hell kind of bird is that? A woodpecker? Gennaro Campos, 58, states in his lawsuit filed in the Bronx Supreme Court Wednesday that correctional officer Annie Soto repeatedly demanded sexual acts from him while he was locked up. The pattern allegedly took place for 4 months, spanning from 92 to 93, with Campos fearing Sotos would retaliate if he refused. He was 28 years old at the time. He eventually resisted and says it led to a harsh period of incarceration and stints in solitary confinement. Soto was a brazen and chronic sexual harasser and sexually abuser of men in custody. It also asserts her alleged deeds were well known among co-workers. Soto reached by phone Wednesday, only said to the Post, "Not interested," as she hung up.
Weird story.
A Florida State University criminologist professor abruptly left his $190,000+ a year, Joe, $200,000 a year. It's a nice little chunk of change. Following allegations that he fudged the numbers on racism. Racist numbers he was fudging. 6 of his studies retracted had been absent from What do you got, Joe? More sexual assaulting stuff. The people are speaking out now, the ones who were abducted in Mexico, Joe. Remember the 4 African American kids went down there? They were right inside. You're in Texas here, and you go across the border, now you're in Mexico, when they were abducted and shot. 2 of them were killed. Terrorized. Latavia McGee and Eric Williams recount the horror of their abduction in Mexico by cartel members who were turned in by the cartel.
Yeah, there is bad people and good people. There's a lot of good people in Mexico.
There are great people.
But the bad make very bad, make the country looks bad.
Yes. Joe, this will go down as the worst show. Not our worst show. No, it's shit. This will go down as the worst show in the history of shows.
How it's...
This will go down like the Titanic of shows. Hey Joe, let's do the birthdays. Let's do the astroscope. You got a pen?
I got it. How is everything?
This is the wheel of Joe.
How is Joe?
You're Joe. What are you asking how you are? You're fine. Look how good you look. It is where she stops, nobody knows. It is Scorpio. Scorpio, Joe.
It's you.
It's me. And next on the hit parade is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I was beginning to think Sagittarius gang was out of the picture. The third, we're doing 4 today, Joe, is Virgo. And last but not least, I'm going to just stop it. I'm just going to stop it. Pisces.
How is it?
That's all you're getting, folks.
How is the clock?
I forgot the click, click, click noise. I need you guys at home to make the click, click, click noise. Hey, Joe, how was your vacation?
All right, was good.
Where'd you go?
I enjoyed it. I played basketball, and it was a nice trip. If you sleep here in New York City 4 hours at night, you could sleep 12 hours over there.
I slept an hour last night.
Very nice, very nice. Peaceful, good fresh air. There's nobody lives around you. Every half a mile there is people. You see somebody.
All right.
How you doing, Bear? Okay.
Joe's
Hi.
just talking to himself.
Okay. That's
I don't want anybody looking at my watch during the segment.
Scorpio.
Don't do it. Joe, do you know any Scorpios?
That's you. If you fall into the trap of thinking that nothing can possibly go wrong today, then most likely it will.
Everything goes wrong. Every day everything goes wrong. What are you talking about?
Is the universe having fun at your expense?
Yes.
Maybe. More likely though, it is sending you a warning. Too much optimism is rarely a good thing.
Okay.
All right. You got Sagittarius.
Sag gang, stand up. Everybody in the house, if you Sag, you stand up.
What you do between now and the weekend won't only affect your own prospect for success, but will also affect loved ones.
I really hate when people let their kids chase and kick.
Make sure your next move is
Your
one that both you and your colleagues and friends can happily live with.
Okay.
Virgo.
Virgo in the house.
We don't do Virgo that much.
We don't.
We'll see what happens now.
I didn't even think you paid attention, Joe. Usually you're asleep while you do this.
Everyone has limits.
Everyone?
Even if a Virgo, you may need to remind yourself of that fact today. If you expect too much of yourself, you will probably fall short. If you expect too much of other people, they are sure to disappoint you.
I got a damn woodpecker above me, Joe, pecking away.
Pisces.
Pisces in the house. We just don't do enough Pisces, Joe. We just don't do enough Pisces.
You may be tempted to give up on a creative activity that is taking more effort than you expected. But don't be hasty. The toughest part, actually startling, is already done, and all you have to do is more every day.
I didn't hear nothing
Thank
you said,
you.
Joe. I got bad shorty. It's a bad shorty alert.
Thank you, Taurus.
Bad shorty alert on deck.
Taurus,
Yep.
as one of the zodiac earth sign, you can be a bit cautious at times. But now you will go right the other way and act outrageously. You will have a lot of fun annoying your conservative friends. But don't take it too far. There is always a limit.
Okay. Joe, a month ago, I left this table. I went to Bank America. I deposited a check. I withdrew some money. I went to Chase. I lost $6,000. As you know.
I have to appoint a lawyer for you.
Joe's getting me a lawyer.
I don't know. Is there any lawyer around here we can find out?
I don't know. I know that today I have to do the exact same thing, except it's $4,800. So when I leave here, I'm going to be focused like a laser. I'm not going to no ATM. I'm going to hand the money to the lady or the guy. I'm going to focus.
All deposited.
I'm triggered. I'm not kidding.
All
I'm triggered.
deposited in my bucket.
What if I just leave the money here on the table, Joe? Do you think it'll be here when I come back?
Yes, I put it in my pocket.
Joe will put it in his pocket for me.
My pocket.
I'm triggered. I've been triggered the whole time I got here. I can't stop thinking about it. Just weirdest feeling like I'm going to drop the ball again. I have no one to blame but myself. I know when I get in there, the bank manager's going to be looking at me, oh, here comes this dick again. Why are you making these deposits? I got to put money in the bank. What do you want? Oye, vengo, viejo.
Thomas Jefferson was born on today,
I've heard of him, Joe.
April 30th.
Well, he was the fourth president of the United States. Was he the fourth, Joe?
Number 3.
Number 3. I bet no one knows who number 2 was. Do you know who the first president was, Joe?
The first Washington, George Washington.
George Washington. Who was the second? Was it John Quincy Adams? I don't know.
With Adam.
I don't know. But Thomas Jefferson, I thought he was number 4. Thomas Jefferson, like many of these douchebags, owned slaves. It was the thing to do back then. What the hell? By the way, not a surprise that I don't even want to make the stretch. Donald Trump's favorite president of all time is Thomas Jefferson. What else you got, Joe?
All right, Frank Woolworth.
Can you bring me someone who didn't own
Do
slaves?
you know who
I'd
is
appreciate
Frank
it.
Woolworth?
John Adams was John Quincy Adams was number 2. I was right.
Okay.
Woolworths owned. I'm assuming that he owned the store Woolworths.
You remember those goods stores?
No, I'm very young, Joe. You're old.
Really? You don't remember them?
I don't remember that I've ever shopped at Woolworths, but I definitely heard of
They
Woolworths.
specialize actually in clothes made only in USA.
I did not know that. Look at this.
And their favorite,
No wonder they went out of business.
their counter, the food favorite on their counter was
Ice cream?
a turkey dinner.
Oh, a turkey dinner.
They perfectly.
Hey, baby,
Cooked
we've been dating for 5 months, and
I
wanted to show you
I don't know why they went out
how
of
much you
business,
mean to
but
me.
that store
Well,
was,
if they only made clothes in America, they couldn't compete with the others.
yeah, I think
They
so.
definitely ain't competing with Walmart. But baby girl, I love you so much. I want to take you out for a
But they have
romantic dinner.
very-
Joe's gonna walk all over my
One
Joe.
of the most beautiful buildings in Wall Street, Woolworth building.
The Woolworth building.
Were you there around there?
I want to take you out for a nice romantic dinner to Woolworths.
Well, those days are over.
Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Roxanne. You don't
Robert
have to-
Watson Watt. Who is Robert Watson Watt?
Robert Watson Watt? I don't know. He's got a pretty crappy name.
He developed radar.
He what?
He developed.
He developed
Radar.
the radar.
I know that's.
So who was Radar O'Reilly?
Who is that?
Radar O'Reilly was on the show MASH. What else you got, Joe? Baby, you're looking really good tonight. I want to take you somewhere exotic and beautiful. Where? Woolworths.
Okay, Del Porter.
Who?
Del Porter.
Dale Porter. Oh, we got a young kid fighting his mom. We got a young kid just fighting his mama.
Del Porter. Who is the Del Porter?
Dale Porter. I'm waiting for Ambrose. Ambrose is slow on the draw today. Baby, once we eat our turkey dinner at Woolworths, I'm going to go buy you a sweater. They're $9 because they were made in USA. All right.
All right.
I don't see Ambrose typing away at Dale Porter. I don't know who the hell Dale Porter
He
is.
came up?
Nope.
All right.
There we go. Dale Porter. I can't see
The
nothing.
jazz singer?
Was a jazz singer. My baby back home. I don't know. What else you got, Joe? Besides crappy slave owners and Dale Porter.
Don Adams.
Okay, now you're talking. Joe. Now you're talking. Don Adams. I don't know. I think Don Adams was Get Smart. Agent 86. Don Adams, that's who it was. Not to be confused with Don Knotts. Don Adams was Get Smart. The American comedian, Emmy Award winner, Get Smart, also other stuff. That's what it said. It is a bio. He was on Get Smart and also other stuff. Thank you, Ambrose.
Stanley Donnell. Hi, Ambrose.
Ambrose, don't waste your time on this.
Stanley Donnell.
He was a French composer who died in 1827. I don't know. Stanley.
No, he was a film director, if you remember, Singing in the Rain.
I'm singing in the rain. Singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy.
Can't see that well, does it?
No, it's got to sitting in the sun. I'm left on a cloud. I think Gene Kelly was in Singing in the Rain, and I don't know. I don't care. What else you got, Joe? What the hell was that? The hell was that, Joe?
Somebody just put his foot on.
Hey, Joe, why is it so damn crowded right here?
This is
Today Wednesday, the
children.
matinee. I got it.
This is children theater.
Right here is Blue Man Group, the Bubble Show.
Children theater.
There's a whole bunch of shows right in here. And the show just got out.
Boy, John Stan.
Get your pet pictures and your dream come true.
Dad.
Look, there's a bunch. Take your pet.
Co-creator of Sesame Street, if you remember.
I do remember Sesame Street. I don't know John Stam. That could be your worst list you've ever done, Joe. Guys, I want to apologize to everyone on behalf of the show.
No, he got it. How is everything?
Horrible. Couldn't be worse. What else you got, Joe?
I can't spell it.
Lyle Wagner.
Who you know him?
Lyle Wagner was a movie star. I think westerns. I don't know. It's another crappy name that you're digging and scraping the barrel for.
All right. Carol Burnett.
Joe, Carol Burnett is not dead.
Born today.
You're still on the Born. Oh, we're still on the Born. Okay. Carol
Hold on.
Burnett was, to this day, one of the funniest, most creative, talented women in the history of the world. When she did her show, Joe, the Carol Burnett show, which ran for years, she had a sign-off for her grandmother. It makes me cry when I think about how beautiful it is. She would be doing her show and she would go, that means, Grandma, I love you. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start doing that now.
She's
for
a
Valerie.
Wonder Woman, if you will.
Where's Valerie? Is Valerie here today?
Wonder Woman.
Valerie. That's gonna be my secret code. Hi, Valerie.
Yeah.
Look at me, Valerie. That's our secret thing. That's our thing. No one else. That's not for anyone else.
Ron
Just Valerie. It's not even for Joe.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman is an actor. He was on Sons of Anarchy. He's been in a whole bunch of movies. He was Hellboy, along with one of my workers, Claire what's-her-face. Claire what's-her-face. Her name was Claire what's-her-face.
He was on the Beauty
Claire
and the Beast.
what's-her-face. And he was on Beauty and the Beast. Ron Perlman.
Aaron Lewis.
Aaron Lewis. He's a singer. I don't know what group he's with. Aaron Lewis. Somebody help me out here. Aaron Lewis.
We okay
Selma
now?
Blair. Ambrose is right. Selma Blair worked for me.
Aaron
She
Lewis.
first came to New York City. Now she had. She was on my. I put her on the show one time. Not on the show, but I made a video about her working for me in coat check. I've had several big stars come in. She is probably the biggest because she was an A-list actress for a long time. Now she suffers from multiple sclerosis, and she's having a rough time. But Selma Blair, Selma Blair. No one ever knows who the hell it is when I talk about her. She was in Hellboy as well. And anyways, God bless her. I hope that she recovers and does better. What else? I don't know if are we still here? That was the weirdest thing I ever saw in my life, Joe. You want to tell the people what just happened? You think it was because it was so hot?
That's a lot.
Are we still on the air? It says buffering. This was weird. This was really, really weird. What happened, Joe? There was a huge thing. It said emergency. 10, 9, this big on my screen. 8, 7, 6, 5. I was like, what the hell is this? And then all of a sudden it started going. What was the noise, Joe? It was an alarm. And then it called 911. Somebody hacked my damn phone. Joe, did someone hack my phone?
Somebody acting.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened. It just dialed 911 and then I hung up. So now the cops are probably going to come arrest us. That's never happened before. It said contacting emergency services, and there was this huge number on here, about this big, all the way around here. Yeah, about this big and that big around. And it said 10, 9, 8. I started panicking. I'm like, what the hell happened? I got to watch that on the replay to see what the hell happened. And then they started having the siren. Beep, beep. Everybody's looking at me like all crazy. And I thought, oh my God, this is not good. I didn't know if it was just isolated with me or if everybody's getting that. Never happened before. Joe, I don't want to do the show no more. I feel like we're getting
How you
terrorist
doing,
attacked.
everybody? Thank you for watching our show today.
Thank you for tuning into
It's
the
kind
Crafty Show.
it's kind of warm. That's what happened.
Kind of warm. It's 145 degrees.
Yeah, it is. It's
The
very-
sun is 9 feet away from our table. Joe, we're going to do the sports and we're going to get up out of here. I got to get my best me together because I got to go deposit money. I got to get my head straight. Can't be walking down the street thinking about Wendy's and Taco Bell. And the Rays beat the Red Sox 9-7. And guess what, Joe?
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. If you like Tino Martinez, you can go to tomorrow's game and get yourself a Tino Martinez bobblehead. Get the Tino Martinez bobblehead. I had a bobblehead, but that was the Mets beat the Padres 5-2. The Yankees beat the Guardians. They're from Cleveland, Joe.
How you
I think.
doing?
Hi, Cleveland. The Yankees beat the Guardians 4-3. Where is Danny when I need him most to come through this? Let's flip it over to hockey, Joe. I know you're a big hockey guy, that you played hockey growing up in Saudi Arabia.
I was hockey
In the sand.
On the sand.
The Islanders beat the Canadians 4-2. Good for you, Islanders. And that's all she wrote, Joe. I warned you guys ahead of time this would be the worst show ever. Joe phoned it in. I got hacked by the CIA. I don't know what happened. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I ask you all, please share the live. All you got to do is go up there. I don't know what you do. You hit a button up here, you hit share, then you send it to your grandma, and then she joins the Boogie Bunch. Should I do my message, Joe?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm Boogie Bob. Buggy. It's in there, isn't it? Guys, I'm Boogie Bob along with my plutonic soulmate, Jordan Joe. I got the hiccups. I don't think I could ever get this thing out. Let's try it one last time. Guys, I'm Boogie Bob. That's Jordan Joe. If you'd like to join our group, the Boogie Bunch, there's no admission. It's free. All you got to do is be kind, compassionate, loving, and accepting of others, and you join. What do you get when you join? Nothing. You don't get nothing. I am going to be giving away a bunch of watches when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Right now I'm sitting at around 865. So if you could share the live, get some subscribers in here, tell your grandma about it. We're going to be giving away a bunch of Boogie Bob watches. Now, I don't know how many watches I've given away since I've done the show, 20 or 30. This was beautiful. You get in line, you get yourself a Boogie Bob watch. I'm going to give a watch to every subscriber. 867 subscribers.
Have a nice watch.
Have a nice watches, everybody. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. And if ain't no one told you today, you're special. Joe?
Yes,
You're
do,
special.
everybody.
You're special, Joe. Your hair looks great.
Enjoy your day and cut your hair.
Put these on for a second, Joe. I want to see how you look with these on.
I look like James Bond.
Yeah, you look like a Telly Savalas, Joe.
Yes,
A very handsome Telly Savalas.
Yes.
Guys, please be good, be kind, be loving. It's absolutely free. Let's talk again soon. God bless you. Thank you, Joe. Joe, you look handsome in my shades.
Thank you, thank you.
You look good in them. That's it.